G'day everybody, how are you going? Things are getting a little bit more serious here in Melbourne town, down under. Well, g'day everybody, how are you going today? Here we are at the beach and the weather is good. And, well, we're in stage 3 restrictions and we could be heading towards stage 4 if we cannot flatten the daily growth out that we are currently experiencing. Shooting on the Z50 today, thought I'd go light, give it a bit of a whirl. I must say it's extremely light in the hand. It seems extremely responsive. We're shooting in 4K, 24 FPS. Auto exposure, why not? Just for fun, because I thought I'd try it out. And it's the middle of winter, and it happens to be a nice day. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Anyway, today, I wanted to share with you a little bit of an update. Let's go sit down and do that. Bit of an update on quite a few interesting things that are happening with me, with the channel, some work, hard to believe, it's all good. Now, let me share what's going on for me. Just sit down. Okay. I've had the flu. I've been tested twice for COVID and no COVID, but I've had a really bad dose of the flu and it's still just winding up now. Hasn't been fun, and we've gone back to stage 3 lockdown here in Melbourne, and they're talking about going potentially to stage 4 if we cannot slow down the rate of advancement. This is a little bit of an update, and the update is that, not sure what it's going to mean for content, but I will do my very best. Also, the channel. I'm very excited to say that the channel has become over 10,000 in subscribers. And I would like to thank each and every one of you so much. Thank you to you for being part of that story. When I started this adventure, and you literally start with 0 and then you have 3 and then you have 5 and then you have 10, it's a massive journey, and those first 1,000 subscribers is absolutely the hardest part. No question, it's a long road. And to get to 10,000, well, that's very exciting. Now, at the start of this year, before C19, and I think it probably would have happened, I was hoping to get to 20,000 by the end of this year. We're halfway through the year, give or take, and basically we've put on about 6,000 or 7,000 in the last 6 months. If growth here on this channel, I suppose, is a little bit exponential, not exponential, but a little bit of a curve, and depending what happens with C19, I think there's still a chance. Of course, it also depends on my content, which, of course, being sick and being almost completely trapped indoors, does make it a little bit difficult. We'll see what happens with stage 4. Right now at stage 3, I've got another really exciting announcement. I managed to get a great job, a great photographic job with the education department here in Melbourne, and they need me to photograph just a whole massive range of collateral for a new website that they're building. Everything from streetscapes, cityscapes, to how COVID's affecting the world, to museums, which they're going to actually get opened for me if they can. We're working on it. Schools, and then I've got to do all sorts of little learning artifacts, everything from pens and pencils, and so it's portraiture as well as a lot of kind of macro and micro style photography. So it's a massive gig. I'm absolutely chuffed to have got it during this time, and it actually works really well at this time because I can just sort of tinker away at it And the only problem I really have is just staying healthy and obviously access to all these different sites. For instance, they're talking about opening the Melbourne Museum for me to come in and photograph. It would be empty. So we're not even sure whether it's a good idea to shoot it empty. We're still talking about that sort of stuff. So if there's one thing that Melbourne does really well in winter, I mean, it does lots of things really well. Fog, rain, love that stuff. But it's also days like today where in the middle of the day, it's warm enough to wear a t-shirt just as long as it's not windy, and we get these beautiful big blue skies. How good's that? It looks great, doesn't it? Does it well. I'm chuffed to have the job, and I really look forward to, if I can, sharing some of that with you. If we go into stage 4 lockdowns, we will simply be put on hold and it'll happen later. So be it. Anyway, a bit of an update from the channel. Thank you again so much for the 10,000 subscribers. It's an absolute joy. I'm very excited. It's so good. I'm also launching my new website, which I talked about probably 3 or 4 months ago. The old website was broken by my internet service provider. Basically the website's 6 years old, and they're saying the technology in it cannot withstand the current security requirements. They upgraded their servers. They broke my website in doing that. And so in the next week, I hope to have the new site up. It's going to be pared down a little bit as we populate the site. A big part of my other website was the fact that it had a very large selection of my images, which you can buy, as well as products, you know, books and journals and diaries and calendars and all that sort of stuff. This is just going to start with the products, and then we will get the images up there over time. I'm still working out the best way to do that. But this website will be constantly looked after, and the back end will be looked after. It won't be up to me. Up until this point in time, I've always maintained my own websites myself. And that's had its pros and cons. It's kind of cheaper in the long run, but I think the previous web developers that I got weren't really web developers. They didn't do a great job, because the 3 previous sites before that all ran for a very long time with no problems at all. They just needed to be modernized. But this one I've had troubles with since day dot. Anyway, I've planned to use Shopify, which you'll see at the bottom of the site. This is not an ad for Shopify. We're not working together. But I looked at a lot of different things, and I think that's what works best for me.
Okay, everybody, here's the new website. It's up and it's live. This is on a 27-inch iMac, so the graphics are being stretched pretty wide, but they do look fairly spectacular, as you can see. All looks very nice. That's the main page. Now, up the top, we're missing a few things that aren't done yet. The About Me part, which I'll get in there and have a bit of a yarn about the first 30 years. Can't talk about the second 30 years yet. Artwork. So these are images that you can buy. Let's say you want to buy, and this isn't fully populated yet. It'll take me a month to get this fully populated. But let's say you want to buy this one, beautiful image from the Z50mm. These aren't up here overly high res to keep load times to a minimum, and of course there's piracy issues as well. But this is what the interface looks like. You can buy them rolled or framed or rolled, and so on and so forth. Everything's in Australian dollars. Then we can go to the product section, books, calendars. Got the 2021 calendar just about to be out. If you're interested in one of those, we send them globally and being printed in the next few weeks. Photography services, news, contact info. Needs to be updated because this has been recorded slightly in the future, this little bit, and we are now closed here. I need to do that. Only happened today, so I will fix that. That's a little cheeky sneak peek at the website. It's probably more likely to be viewed this sort of size, and that way everything looks a little bit less stretched. And it's also built for mobile. Oh, and I love this section here. You can just find black and white stuff, or you can just find square stuff, and the filters are really powerful. Really happy with it. Okay, tell me what you think. And if you feel like checking out the website right now, you can. Just go to mattirwin.com or click on the link just below.
So very exciting stuff. Lots going on. Hitting 10,000. new website coming online very soon. I'd love you to visit and just check it out and give me your feedback. I'd love your feedback. How can I do better? How can I do worse? It's what's beautiful about building websites today is it's very WYSIWYG. It's very drag and drop. So love your feedback, and you know, it can go in any direction really. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for listening to me today in this update video, which we need to do every now and again. Thanks for being here, and if it's your first time here, it's been so lovely to see you. And if you'd like to come back, please subscribe. Of course, please share, makes us all smarter. Please like, and I will see you very soon. Beach, 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 and people at beach. I don't know, they're not wearing their masks, but they've obviously got a master plan. Take it easy, everybody, and I will see you super soon. Bye for now.